The rain fell as if heaven itself was mourning. In that quiet village cemetery, Stephanie watched her mother's coffin descend into the earth, unaware that Peace Okeke's greatest secret had just begun to change her life forever. Stephanie could only watch as the coffin disappeared beneath the earth. Her tears blended with the falling rain, believing she had buried her mother, never knowing the truth waiting for her at home would change everything. As the coffin slowly disappeared beneath the earth, Stephanie felt her world crumble with it. She believed this was the end of her mother's story, but it was only the beginning of a truth hidden for 26 years.
She's gone, Auntie. I can't bear it.
I know, I'm here. Lean on me.
It hurts so much.
I've got you. Just breathe.
Stephanie, there's something I need to tell you. What is it, Peace?
I kept a secret from you for years. I didn't want to hurt you.
Oh, Peace.
Peace struggled to speak, her trembling lips carrying words that could change Stephanie's life forever. But before the truth could escape, silence stole her final breath. When everyone else had gone, Stephanie remained beside the fresh grave, holding on to the only mother she had ever known. In that lonely moment, she had no idea that Peace had already left her one final gift, the truth. Auntie Amanda wrapped Stephanie in a warm embrace as the rain poured around them. Broken by grief, Stephanie found comfort in the only family left, unaware that her mother's final secret was waiting at home. The burial was over, but the sorrow remained. As visitors quietly ate and prepared to leave, Stephanie's family home grew emptier, and the secret her mother had hidden for 26 years waited silently inside. The house was filled with voices, yet Stephanie heard nothing. Surrounded by family and friends, she had never felt more alone, while the answers he longed for lay hidden just a few steps away. The sewing machine stood silent for the first time in decades. Every stitch Peace had made carried love for her daughter, but her greatest gift was never made with thread or fabric. Night after night, Peace had worked while the village slept. Every dress she stitched was another sacrifice, another prayer. Also, her little Stephanie could dream of a better tomorrow. Too young to understand her mother's sacrifices, little Stephanie simply held her close. In that quiet embrace, Peace found the strength to keep fighting and to protect one life-changing secret. For the first time, Stephanie stepped into her mother's room without hearing her voice. Every unfinished dress, every folded wrapper, whispered memories, but one hidden discovery was about to change everything. Clutching her mother's reading glasses, Stephanie broke down in tears. They were more than a memory, they were the last thing Peace had touched before leaving behind a secret that would rewrite her daughter's life forever. As Auntie Amanda packed Peace's belongings, something unexpected caught her eye. Hidden beneath neatly folded wrappers was an old brown envelope, a discovery that would uncover a secret buried for 26 years. Amanda's hands trembled as she read the words on the envelope. For my daughter Stephanie, to be opened after my burial. In that moment, she knew Peace's final message would change everything. With trembling hands, Auntie Amanda placed the envelope into Stephanie's hands. One look at her mother's handwriting stopped her heart, because some letters are not meant to comfort, they are meant to reveal the truth. Alone in her mother's room, Stephanie stared at the unopened envelope. Her heart raced with fear and hope, because sometimes the truth you've waited for your whole life is also the hardest to face. Stephanie slowly opened the envelope and found a small brass key beside her mother's handwritten pages. It wasn't just a key, it was the first piece of a mystery Peace had protected for 26 long years.
With every line she read, Stephanie's tears fell even faster. Her mother's final words were not just a farewell, they were leading her toward a truth that would change her life forever.
Stephanie's heart stopped as her eyes fixed on one unbelievable sentence. Your father is alive. In an instant, everything she believed about her life became a lie. Long before heartbreak found them, fate brought Peace and Ernest together on a quiet village street.
Peace, your smile is beautiful.
Thank you, Ernest.
One warm smile sparked a love story that neither of them knew would end in painful separation. Day after day, Ernest walked Peace home. Carrying more than her sewing bag, he carried her hopes and dreams. With every step, their love grew stronger, unaware that destiny had already written a different ending.
Peace, I have something for you.
Oh, Ernest, thank you.
It wasn't the gift that captured her heart. It was the promise of a future they believed they would share forever. With trembling hands, Peace revealed the news that would change their lives forever.
Ernest, I'm pregnant.
Peace, it's okay, I'm here. Therefore, Ernest reached for her with love, determined it, no matter the cost.
When Ernest confessed his love for Peace, his wealthy father exploded with anger.
Father, I love peace.
You will end it, or you are no son of mine.
I will not end Baba's ground.
Then you are dead to me.
With tears in his eyes, Ernest looked back one last time as he was forced onto a flight that would separate him from the woman he loved. He promised himself he would return, never knowing that fate had other plans. Every evening, Peace stood by the roadside, believing Ernest would keep his promise. Days became months, hope slowly turned into heartbreak, but she never knew he had been forced away, not by choice. Though abandoned in her eyes, Peace chose love over despair. Holding her newborn daughter close, she made one silent promise to give Stephanie a life filled with hope, even if she had to do it alone. Unknown to Peace, every letter Ernest wrote was hidden before it could reach her. Locked away with them was the truth, a cruel betrayal that stole 26 years from two hearts that never stopped loving each other. From behind the gate, Ernest watched his little daughter laughing without ever knowing who he was. His heart longed to call her name, but guilt, fear, and years of silence kept him hidden in the shadows.
When Ernest finally returned, Peace made the hardest decision of her life.
Ernest, you can't stay. It's over.
Please, Peace, let me explain.
No, this is for Stephanie.
Believing it was the only way to keep Stephanie safe.
As Peace read the hidden letters, the truth hit them both with unbearable pain. They had never abandoned each other. Someone had stolen their love, their future, and 26 precious years they could never get back. Stephanie's hands trembled as she read the painful truth. The father she had never known had built another family, with a wife and 2 children. In that heartbreaking moment, her hope collided with a lifetime of unanswered pain. Stephanie's world shattered as she read the heartbreaking words. Ernest had married another woman and raised 2 children. Tears filled her eyes as she wondered, had her father truly abandoned her, or was there still a deeper truth waiting to be uncovered? Standing before the mirror, Stephanie searched her own reflection for a man she had never met. Every feature raised a new question, and for the first time, she wondered whose face she had carried all her life. Following her mother's final instructions, Stephanie pushed the old sewing table aside. Beneath the loose floorboard, she discovered a hidden secret, one that had been waiting 26 years to be uncovered. With trembling hands, Stephanie lifted the dusty metal box from its secret hiding place. Her heart pounded with anticipation, because she knew whatever was inside had been protected by her mother for a reason. Stephanie slipped the tiny brass key into the rusted lock. As it slowly turned, years of silence were finally unlocked, and the truth her mother had guarded all her life was about to be revealed. The box opened to reveal dozens of letters, one for every birthday and milestone Stephanie had ever missed with her father. For 26 years, Ernest had never stopped writing even when he couldn't be there. As Stephanie read Ernest's birthday message, the childhood she never shared with him came rushing back. Every word carried love, regret, and 26 years of moments they could never recover. Hidden beneath years of dust stood a little red bicycle, bought for a daughter who never came. It wasn't just an abandoned gift, it was a father's love, waiting 26 years for the child who never received it. Stephanie's breath caught as she stared at the photograph. The man beside her mother was the same stranger she had seen at her graduation. Suddenly, every unanswered question began to make sense, and the truth was closer than she had ever imagined. Stephanie's fingers trembled as she read the name on the business card. Dr. Ernest Nwanor. At that moment, her search was no longer for a memory, it had become a journey to meet the father she had never known. Overwhelmed by the truth, Stephanie turned to Auntie Amanda with tears and anger.
Why did everyone keep this from me?
Amanda lowered head in silence, knowing the next confession would reveal the darkest secret of all. Through tears, Auntie Amanda revealed the painful truth.
Peace was threatened into silence by Ernest's powerful family.
Stephanie's anger slowly gave way to heartbreak, realizing her mother had carried this burden alone for decades. Long after everyone had fallen asleep, Stephanie remained surrounded by her father's letters. In the silence of the night, every page filled the emptiness in her heart, but it also deepened her longing to finally meet the man who had loved her from afar. With trembling hands, Stephanie entered Ernest Nwanor's number. One tap would connect her to the father she had searched for all her life, but would he answer, or would another painful silence begin? The call was answered, but not by Ernest. The moment Francisca heard the name Peace Okeke, her calm expression vanished. She knew this phone call had the power to uncover a secret that had been buried for decades. For the first time in 26 years, Ernest heard his daughter's voice. Tears filled his eyes as regret overwhelmed him while Francisca watched in stunned silence, realizing the past they had tried to bury had finally come calling. To be continued.